Hey guys, Charles Damiano here from the Bruce Lee Collection for another exciting episode, and today I'm here with actor, Bruce Lee collector, fan, Roberto Sanchez. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for allowing us to come to your home today, man. I really appreciate this.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to set something up with you for a while, and I'm in LA now, and I visit my son here twice a year, and every time I come by, I try to hook up with you, and finally we made it.
It's always a scheduling thing, man.
Yes, I know, but thank you, man. I appreciate it. So this is the first time I'm seeing your Bruce Lee room, man. You put a lot of videos of this on social media, Facebook, Instagram. I saw you, and to see it firsthand, man, it's really stunning. I really want to commend you on it. You did an incredible job on this.
Thank you, man. You should tell my wife that.
Yeah.
So that she hopefully lets me expand to another room.
Man, you did everything first class, which I love. Everything's in frames, and you guys will see this in a room tour at the end of the video. So please stay tuned for that, and you'll see what he put together. And now you've extended it into your garage. Yeah. So we got to get a little clip of that as well. So it's growing. It's growing,
man. Every time I get something, I'm like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm happy with what I've got. And then next thing you know, Elias is posting something, and I'm like, well, I want that. And then, Andrew's posting something, so it's never ending.
It's never ending, I know. Now, you have an interesting story because, I know you're an actor for the last 22 years now, and that's how you ended up here in LA, but you're also a big Bruce Lee fan. And I want the audience to try to get to know you a little bit. I know you recently got back into collecting Bruce Lee, and before that you were into comics and stuff.
Comic books, yeah.
And so what sparked you to get back into Bruce Lee collecting over the last couple of years?
I think what happened was it was during COVID that I kind of got back into collecting comic books. Mm-hmm. That was the big comic boom where, prices just went crazy.
Oh, crazy.
But there was a lot of things available. So I started collecting some of the old stuff that I used to have as a kid, but I focused more on the ones that were already graded.
Got ya.
So I got into that, and it was more of an investment type of thing where I only got like blue chips comics that would hopefully grow. And then one day, man, I bought this one,
the gold key.
The gold key, #1, and that was the first Bruce Lee item that I bought.
Yeah, and you got that in 9.6 CGC graded.
At a 9.6, there's only 4
9
9.6s, and I've been searching for a 9.8.
I know.
Which is impossible to find, and I think there's 2 of those somewhere.
That's like the top grade you could get at CGC is a 9.8, and that's thousands of dollars if you find one in a 9.8.
Yeah, that 9.8, the last one that sold was maybe like 11 years ago, and it was almost $5,000.
$5,000.
So you can imagine.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I bought this, it just gave me a different feeling.
Yeah.
With comic books, it was fun, but it seemed like work, and it was an investment. But when I bought this, man, I felt good.
Yeah.
There was a different feeling surrounded that. So then I started to buy the other 2, and then ultimately the ones here on the side there, which I'll show later in a video.
Yeah, we'll show those. Yeah.
And again, it was a different feeling.
So let's go back. I know I was inspired as a kid when I was 13 years old back in 73, and even before that when I saw Bruce on Green Hornet. So how did it start for you? Because I know you were about the same age. I'm probably a little older than you, but when were you first introduced to Bruce? And and how did that all happen? How were you first introduced?
For me, it was in the late 70s, I believe, or maybe early 80s. My brother was big into the martial arts.
Okay.
Black belt. My dad was on the Cuban Olympic team, 6-degree black belt for judo, so that was always in my genes.
Got ya.
But my brother during that time took me to a theater down in Miami, a famous theater that's still there today. It's called The Tower, and the movie that I saw was a double feature, and one of the features was The Big Boss.
Oh, okay.
So that was kind of like my first introduction to Bruce, and he was different, man, than anything we had seen.
Yeah.
And that just resonated with me. And, a few years later, man, I'll never forget in Miami where, it's extremely hot. I'm in Little Havana, which is predominantly Cuban. And I'm walking down the street, man, in 95-degree weather, wearing the yellow Game of Death tracksuit, right? And I'm walking with my mom, man, and my mom is like looking at me like, "What is wrong with you?" It's like, and it's nothing but Cubans there. They don't know much about Bruce Lee, but that's the kind of impact that he had on me.
Yeah.
And it's just something that has been part of my life.
So you actually had the yellow game with that tracksuit on.
Yeah. With the little, I didn't have the sneakers, so I had the little black
Kung Fu shoes.
Kung Fu shoes, hurting my feet.
I know.
Sweating.
Because they're
My
like
mom was
paper
embarrassed, but hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah, no, we all did that. I had my Kung Fu shoes. They were so hard to walk on in Manhattan. Man, they were little teeny sole. But we all did it.
Yeah.
We all wanted to be like Bruce. So what do you think made him so special on screen? I mean, it's like the impact that his personality and sometimes just his presence, even just seeing him in an image, has on people is like mind-blowing, and the impression it leaves on you for years. I mean, 50 years, we're still talking about him. What was it for you? What was that made him so special in your eyes?
I think for me it was, and I probably didn't understand it as a kid, but he was very charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
Even today, you watch him today, and the charisma that this guy had when he's in front of a camera was just incredible. And I think it was just his ability to go from 0 to 100, like just like that. He's calm, he's still, and then just erupts.
Yeah.
And like I said, we had just never seen anything like that.
Yeah. No.
And even today, you've seen a lot of people try to duplicate that, but they fall short.
Yeah. He's opened the doors to so many action stars that came out after him, right? Like Van Damme, Seagal, Jackie Chan, Chuck Norris, and he's inspired that whole genre of action films. And I know you're an actor. Was there anything that kind of carried over from him into your acting career? Any philosophies or anything that kind of swayed you as an actor and kind of helped you to develop certain character roles that you have?
I think for me, inadvertently, I think when I got to LA, and, your son would know, when we got to LA, they encourage you to, make sure that you hit some of the local acting coaches. They want to make sure that they see that on your resume, blah, blah. And what I started to, like my foundation is Meisner.
Okay.
That's my foundation. But then I came here and I trained with a lot of different coaches, and I found that this particular way of acting doesn't work for me, but he had something there that I liked, so I kind of would steal it.
Yeah.
And then I would train with somebody else, and I don't get that too much, but I like that. So I would steal that. And I think that after 6 or 7 different acting coaches that I went through, I started to just take a little bit of something from everybody.
Yeah.
And then ultimately I created kind of my own way of acting. And then several years later I opened up a little studio in Studio City with my wife. And so I think I took that, not even realizing that I took that from Bruce Lee, where I was using stuff that was useful
to you,
and disregarding other things.
The thing that wasn't working for you.
Creating my own. So.
Wow, yeah. So Bruce inspires us in so many indirect ways. Sometimes you don't even realize it. Especially the philosophy side, in being like water, adapting, going with the flow, and I'm sure you use that a lot in your acting.
Sure.
What are you most proud of in just switching to your acting real quick that you've done over the last 22 years? Like, what's some of your roles that you're most proud of?
There's so many, and I think that anytime you get an opportunity to be able to make a living as an actor, it's incredibly tough.
Yeah.
And I've been very fortunate. Watch out, buddy. I've been very fortunate. But I think the proudest moment for me, in 2014, I directed and produced a short film called The Terms of Us, and they showed it at the Miami Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
And what was interesting was that they were screening their films at the Tower Theater.
Okay.
So here I am, where I used to go see the Bruce Lee movies in this old Tower Theater.
Yeah.
And now, 30-something years later, I'm able to show my own film at the same theater. That was an incredibly humbling moment for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of my greatest moments.
Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks for sharing that story with us. Yeah. So, I know collectors that, going back to Bruce, that's collected for 20, 30, 40, 50 years continuous, and they've amassed huge collections. You only started back 3 years ago, and I'm just seeing what I've seen so far in your gallery here and in your garage. I mean, you've picked up quite a bit of things in a short period of time, and you focused on a lot of very vintage, cool stuff. I mean, how'd you do that in such a short period of time?
I don't know, man. It's an addiction. It's a sickness. It's a disease. I don't know. And it's actually been 2 years.
Only 2 years?
This August that just passed, it's 2 years.
Yeah.
And, I think that when I went and visited Rudy, I was able to pick up
Seafood
quite
Rudy
a few
lambs.
seafood Rudy lambs. I was able to pick up several items there, and I think that really just set me in motion.
Got you.
Quickly.
Yeah.
So, it started there, and then, just meeting other Bruce Lee collectors and, seeing some of the things that they have. It just gave me ideas of things that I wanted. And I don't know, I think Bruce Lee collectors, specialize perhaps in certain things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with me, I think it's comic books.
Okay.
Like that, but
The
I got
Goki.
a lot of foreign comic books
Yep,
as well.
yep.
So that's kind of like my thing, and then I was introduced to the Foshan statue, so
Yeah.
now that's kind of like my thing. So, man, I've just been fortunate and blessed to be able to,
Yeah, you amassed quite a bit of Bruce Lee memorabilia here, and I like you have a lot of good diversity here in the room, and I like that you have, like you said, the vintage stuff. You have some statues, some figures, but it all pertains to you and what relates to you and radiates with you, right?
Sure. I mean, it's what I love about my space here is that, we're all human.
Mm-hmm.
And we all go through stuff, and we all have good days, we have bad days.
Yeah.
But for me, is like whenever I'm in a funk or wherever I'm in a weird place, man, I come in here,
Yeah.
and it just grounds me. It brings me peace. It brings me joy. So it's sometimes good to recognize that we're all human. We're gonna have ups and downs. But when I feel any kind of way, I come in here, man, and
It just mellows you out, right? I know.
me
Yeah, you have a nice setup here, man. Especially in these nice, comfortable chairs. I could just see you sitting here, just kind of chilling out, meditating, looking at what you gathered here. I know it gives you a good feeling.
you.
So, what is it about the Foshan statues? Because that seems to be a really, on Bruce Lee, select couple of individuals who really go that route. Because first of all, they're really very rare and very hard to come by.
Yeah.
And so, what intrigued you with that category of Bruce Lee collecting the Foshan statues?
I think what it is that even before I got into the Bruce Lee stuff, I've always been a collector.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big collector on Dr. J stuff when I was
Okay.
in my teens, and I would collect, newspaper articles when he was in high school. I was just really big that way. So the collecting thing
Yeah.
has always been there, and I just think Rudy introduced me to the Foshans, and I just became intrigued with the rarity
Yeah.
of them as a collector. And then, of course, through Andrew and John, who have 11 or 10 Foshans, that introduced me to a broader spectrum concerning the statues. So I think for me, it's just anything that's ultra rare just excites me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about the search.
Yeah, I got you.
Even once you get it, you're like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
I think it's the
that
search.
whole search. Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
whole search that does it for me.
Yeah, they say that with collecting, it's like finding hidden treasure, right? And that the journey sometimes, the search is more exciting than actually having, because now you have it and you go, okay, well, I have it now.
Now what?
Now what?
Yeah.
Right?
And now what is the problem?
And the Foshans would be the toughest search, man. That's like finding treasure in the Titanic, because they're that rare.
They're that rare.
And how many are in the total collection? Why don't you share it with some people who are not familiar with the Foshans? And when did they come out?
Supposedly there's 12. I think the first one was in 79.
Yeah.
And I think they went through to the early 80s. But they were very fragile.
Yep.
And a lot of times they didn't even ship them to the U.S. And they just would break.
They would break all the time.
So over the 40-something years, or however many years it's been, a lot of them just don't survive.
Yeah.
So the fact that I've been able to find, I've got 9 now.
9.
But the fact that I've been able to find them, and for the most part whole, no issues with them, it's hard. It's incredible.
Wow, I commend you on that, man. That's great. I know when I was at John Nagone's place in North Carolina, I think he has 11, right? And
John, from my understanding, has 10.
And so he's
Andy
missing
has
2.
11.
And Andy Bovell has 11.
Yeah.
So he's missing 1.
He's missing 1.
The rare, and none of you guys have that 1.
No.
And that's the pose where he's like this with his arms out.
Yeah.
Man, if any of you guys have that,
Call me.
call Roberto.
Call me. Don't call Andrew. Don't call John. Call me.
Because everyone wants that last Foshan statue. So
So I hope that Andrew can get that, because if he can get to 12, that would just be incredible.
yeah, Andy always, when I interviewed him, I said, if you were to give up your entire collection and just keep one thing or one sect of Bruce Lee collecting, what would it be? He goes, I'd give up all, and he had thousands of items.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'd give up everything and I'd keep just the 12 Foshan statues and I would be at peace. And
I think I'm there.
You think of that with him
I think
too?
I'm there. Man. If I don't know if something happened and there's a fire, man. I think the first thing I'm grabbing are the I'm gonna grab the dog. I'm gonna At some point I'm gonna grab the dog, but I'm gonna grab the Fauchons and maybe 1 or 2 items. But absolutely.
Yeah. So in your estimation, I ask this to a lot of people. It seems like the Fauchon statues are like up there top. What are like 1 or 2 other additions to your collection that you really take pride in, and that you would be, you'd have to save those 2 if everything burnt down? What would you run for first after the dog and your wife?
Oh, that's right. I gotta grab the wife. My bad. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. But I think for me, it's his first book.
Oh God, that's a beauty.
This one right here,
man.
So for me, there you go.
Yeah, wow.
This is something I would definitely grab.
Yeah.
I got, this is among the first 5 because it has as you can see, page 98 has the ad.
Yes.
And
the James Lee ad,
one with James Lee.
breaking the bricks, which tell you that it's an original, from 63.
Yeah.
That's the first 500 printed, right?
The first 500.
Has that ad, and they have to be stapled, which I'm sure if you open that up, you'll see the staples inside.
Yeah.
And so you have and Perry Lee, one of the biggest collectors in the world.
Yeah.
He wrote you a letter stating that that's one of the first printing batches, which is so hard. That came in 63, so it's over 60 years old.
That's crazy.
That book,
crazy.
And only 500 in existence.
Yeah.
And you have one of the first 500 printed.
I was very grateful for Perry for this, and got introduced to Perry through John.
John Negron.
John made the connection.
Nice.
So anyway, this is definitely something I'm grabbing.
That's amazing. Amazing that you have that in your collection, man. I know collectors that are searching for years to find and there's so many fake ones out there. You have to be so careful on eBay, man.
Sure. And I think also what I do is, and I think that comes from the comic book world, where I'll say, well, I'd like to get one that's in a little better condition. Mm-hmm. But like they say in the comic book world, is low grade is better than no grade.
Yes.
So you always want to make sure that you grab what you can. Because it might be another 50 years before you see another one. But if you ever see another one,
you could always upgrade.
You can always upgrade.
Yeah.
So I always make sure I get one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, that's a pretty big factor in the comic book world collecting. Yeah, get what you can right now.
Absolutely.
So you got your Fauchon statues, and you have one other item that really means a lot to you. That's special.
Put me on the spot.
Is it like a fighting star #1, a black belt, a certain poster?
I got the black belt, the green black belt.
Oh, you do? Maybe. That's a good one. I love that one.
Right there in the middle.
Oh yeah. That's historic from '67.
It might be
the gold key comics. Yeah, I figured that because.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember those. I mean, those, and that was part of comic book collecting, the gold key. And
mind you can find those online.
Yeah.
Anywhere, but to get it at a 9.6 is almost impossible.
So you have #1 at 9.6, and you have issue number 2 and 3 because they only made 3 at 9.0s, which are great grades, man. Yeah. And I'm big on getting certain comics graded now myself because it really adds to the value.
That, and it's also about preservation.
Yeah.
Like I've got reader copies of those if I want to read them, but for preservation, I want to.
Those are beautiful. Wow. So this is great, man. I love your collection. I can't wait to show you guys the room tour because I think you'll be as blown away as myself, and Steve Wallen joined us here today, the Bruce Lee artist, and collect, and so did Elias Bosch, and we were just blown away when we walked through Roberto's man cave here. You don't call it a man cave, or do you? You have the sign that says enter.
Yeah, well, enter the man cave.
Like enter the dragon. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. That's the only thing that the wife let me put outside of the office.
Outside of the enter the man cave. Yeah. I love it, man. So what's next for you, man? In the world of collecting, you're looking for the last 3 Fauchon statues, and then you have anything else that you're eyeing right now?
That's it. I'm done.
That's it for now.
I'm done. Actually, Steve had something else that I'm interested in, but after that, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
And then maybe Elias might have something, but then that's it. I promise. That's it. I'm done. Nothing else.
It's never ending, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So going back to your acting, so are you? If people want to see you on certain films, I know you first started in Fast and Furious 2, right? And you have a really big role in that. And Hector, my friend Martinez, who you met when you came out to New York, just rented that the other day, and he loved watching it. Because you don't remember how big of a role you have following the 2 main actors the whole time. He said, "Wow, man, he did a great job. He did a great
That
job.
was my first audition.
Yeah.
Ever for anything, and I think I was so horrible in it that usually they'll give the character a name.
Yeah.
My character was Roberto.
They left you.
Because I think they gave me another name, and they would say the name, and I wouldn't respond. So call the guy Roberto. Maybe he'll answer to that. So I think that's why they named me.
Because you switched from modeling, and then that was your first real acting role at that point.
Yeah, I was doing modeling. I was doing commercials, and then that was the first. Even my agent, when she submitted it to me, she just like, I know you're not into the acting thing, but I think they would like your look. And send a picture in, and sure enough, they came back and said, okay, we'll see him. She sent me the sides. She said, memorize the lines. All right, cool. And then I came in a second time and ended up booking it. I didn't know what I was doing, but John Singleton, saw something there. And that was the beginning.
Wow, man, that was such a huge franchise film. They're still making them now to this day. Yeah. Man, to kick your acting career off with such a great hit, man.
Well, it's good and bad because I thought that's how it was going to be.
Yeah.
For forever. And I got to LA and it was a reality check. It took a while. It was almost like starting all over again. But it's been 23 years.
Yeah, but you just did the latest series. What's the newest thing you just did? You just finished that, right? You were just filming a couple episodes of what's that one called?
I'm currently working on the second season of Running Point.
Running Point.
We just finished the second season of Palm Royale.
Palm Royale.
And then we just finished my second season on BMF.
Wow. Guys, if you want to check those out, man, you're going to be entertained by Roberto Sanchez. He's a great actor, and I know when I watched those, they're just phenomenal, man.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Keep up the great work on that, man, and good luck with that.
Thank you.
And good luck with your whole acting career, your Bruce Lee collecting, and I want to thank you for your time here again today, man. Any parting words you want to leave for the audience, or anything you want to end with, or?
Nah, man, just collect what you love.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna bring you happiness.
Yep.
And I think that you need that.
Yeah, man. And Bruce Lee is a great collecting world to get involved with because he definitely brings us a lot of happiness, and we meet great people through it, and
absolutely.
Friends that we've made throughout the years, and that's how I met you. So let's keep on that journey, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So guys, in ending, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, share the video, and until next time, as I always say, have fun collecting, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
See ya.
And it's a video.
All right. Oh, that was a video? Is that a picture or video?
Quick B-roll.